Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to share with you my thoughts on buying Bitcoin today in 2018, when all people on earth, maybe not all people, but almost every single internet user already knows what it is. So what's the main reason why people buy Bitcoin? The main and the only reason is because it was the easiest way to make money. Easier than investing in the stock market, easier than buying real estate property, and of course, easier than starting a small business and working your butt off. Had you invested $100 5 years ago, today, you would be a self-made, this is really important, a self-made millionaire. Not because of luck, but because of your curiosity. And there are a lot of people who did that. I was one of them. I purchased Bitcoins at $100, sold them a year later at $200. I thought it was great to make 100% per year, but now I understand how stupid I was. So 5 years ago, 3 years ago, a year ago, it did make sense to buy Bitcoins in order to sell them at a more expensive price. But what about today? What about 2018? In my humble opinion, the most important service for an investor or for a person who wants to speculate a little bit is not Investopedia, blogs or YouTube channels of successful investors, but Google Trends. Google Trends reflects what keywords people are searching for on a daily basis. And if you go to Google Trends and search for Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin, or something like that, you'll see this picture. You see? It's not about price, it's about popularity. It makes sense to buy Bitcoin or other cryptocurrency or other asset before the crowd, the general public, gets interested in buying it. The price, as you know, is always driven by demand. You can do your homework and check if this popularity tracks and reflects, maybe not tracks and reflects, but correlates with the price. And you will see that it does. Do you see how popular Bitcoin was? Can you predict the next peak? So from this sociological point of view, I don't believe that the price will increase tenfold, 20 times or 100 times this year or the next year or in 5 years. There is always a limit, a sky for a certain asset, for a stock, for real estate price. But there is another, more optimistic opinion for those of you who own Bitcoins. There is an opinion that Bitcoin will eventually be the single global currency. Twitter SEO, Jack Dorsey, said that, and other people agree with him. One of them is Bill Gates, who is often called the strongest believer in Bitcoin. If this becomes real, one Bitcoin might be worth $10,000, $20,000, $100,000, $500,000, $1 million, even more. The sky is the limit, because as you know, only 21 million Bitcoins can be mined. If every single person in the world starts using Bitcoin, it will skyrocket immediately. Will it happen? I don't know. Nobody knows, but the probability exists. Skeptics, people who are skeptical about investing in Bitcoin, about buying Bitcoin, say that Bitcoin has no value. But the US dollar, which is the global reserve currency, has no value as well. It has some value. Because why? Because people believe in it. People believe that it has value. In reality, it's just a piece of paper. The same applies to Bitcoin. What's the difference, by the way, between a digital dollar and a digital Bitcoin? The only difference is that the US dollar, not the only difference, but one of the differences is that the US dollar is issued, printed and fully controlled by a small private company located somewhere in the United States, and Bitcoin is not controlled by anyone. They, the powers that be, might prohibit using of Bitcoin in future, like some countries already did. They might take it under full control and they might create their own cryptocurrency. For some reason, I think they will do that. So, should you buy Bitcoin now? Should you invest in Bitcoin in 2018 after that peak? Well, if John is a student or a kid or an adult who doesn't have any savings, I wouldn't say that it makes sense for him. But if he is an investor, if he has some money invested in the stock market, in his retirement account, I believe that even today, in 2018, it does make sense to invest maybe a small portion of his investment portfolio in Bitcoins, maybe 1% or 2%. That's my opinion. Give this video a like if you like it, give it a dislike if you don't, share it with your friend, post a comment below and let me know what you think about cryptocurrencies. Do you still believe in Bitcoins?